Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Freeford. This is episode 36, and in this episode we'll be building a sort of mixed-use offices and residential extension to Franklin Hill, and we'll be basically starting to fill in this big bulk of space that's been sitting in between downtown and Westwood. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're building here. This area is right next to Westwood, right next to the highway. It's really an extension of the Franklin Hill area, like I said. We built it in episode 17. And what we're building in this episode, it's an office district right off the Interstate that later developed into what you probably saw in the thumbnail and you'll see later in the video. But right now we're working on the initial offices that are right off the highway intersection and right across the major roadway from Franklin Hill Park, which is also where we left off on our urban trail, which I want to do another video later diving into that. But Freeford's version of the urban trail is based off the Atlanta Beltline, which connects various areas of the city. And right now Freeford's goes from Franklin Hill Park all the way to the riverfront. And in this video, we're going to extend that to this area. So this area is going to be a mix of newer and older offices and development. And if you want to know what some of these assets are that I'm using, you can, well, probably best to comment. I have an asset list linked in the description. It's not up to date. I am adding to it frequently though. It just needs some time to catch up. But also, since I'm here talking in the beginning of the video, which I rarely do, I don't think I've ever really done that, except like besides the intro. Speaking of the intro, I've really just been playing around. Like, I don't know if y'all have noticed, like, these intros just go all over the place from 0 to 100. It just depends on what I'm feeling. So I can't explain my actions. You just have to bear with me. But yeah, with that, I will leave you to the music and I'll talk to you later in the video.
When you promised we'd be together, you, me, forever. Now there's nothing left to lose. And though I understand it's hard sometimes to make up your mind in these trying times, yeah, I just can't accept you leaving me when I'm overseas with the heart so heavy. Think that I deserve the truth for once, not a guilty tone, 'cause you're not alone, yeah. You said you wanna come home, but I know you don't. So this time I won't hear it on the phone. If you got something to say to me, then say it to my face. What it's all about, why you're bailing out. Think you owe me an apology. Just say it to my face. You're sorry. You're so sorry. And I blame it on you, yeah. This time I hope you get it. In love you shouldn't fake it, no. I'm old enough to take it, so just say it to me, say it to me. So this time I won't hear it on the phone. If you got something to say to me, then say it to my face. What it's all about, why you're bailing out. Think you owe me an apology. Just say it to my face. You're sorry. You're so sorry. Take a chance with this romance. I don't need lenses to see we're quite a catch. See, my love's a vacation. I've been good and patient, but becoming real good letting go. I can never fake this. I'm read this in the matrix. Now it's time for you to show. Living with passion, I live with stars. I keep my head steady, but feet high off the ground. I like it lush, my lips so smooth. Baby boy, Johnny, if they want to. We got jumpsuits in glitter and red. Therapy breakfast and puppies in bed. We got it all. Tonight we party now. We got it all, yeah. The sun's side, I see you shining there. The party starts, but we just don't care. Living with passion, I live with stars. I keep my head steady, but feet high off the ground. I like it lush, my lips so smooth. Baby boy, Johnny, if you want to. We got jumpsuits in glitter and red. Therapy breakfast and puppies in bed. We got it all. Tonight we party now. We got it all, yeah.
I don't think I can let you go. I don't think I can let you go. Bet you love me before I go. Bet you love me before I go. I don't think I can let you go. I don't think I can let you go. Bet you love me before I go. Bet you love me before I go. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need, baby. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it.
So I'm gonna cut in here. This channel has basically become a procedural objects advertisement. Literally, like, all I've been doing like the last few episodes is procedural objects, and I mean, this episode is really like ran by procedural objects, so that's crazy. But the next two episodes honestly shouldn't be like that, like probably less of that at least, which honestly good, because I was starting to get a little bit worried. I've seen people with like this crazy amount of procedural objects in like one save game, and it's like messed up the game a little bit. And like, obviously I don't have too much, I don't think, but I'm not trying to get there either. So, but obviously too much of something good can be a little harmful, so I'm trying to avoid that. But I was trying procedural objects with this building that you see on the screen now. It wasn't really going so well at first. I kind of cut some of that out, but I did settle on the end result because it took a lot of patience and extra skill that I did not have at the time. And honestly, I consider myself a very patient person, but that was just not it with that building. But I don't even know why I was trying to move the buildings with like move it when I could have just done it easier with like procedural objects. But regardless, it's an interesting building, very unique. But yeah, I weirdly like it in a way, even though sometimes I feel like it would get posted on that either Instagram or Twitter page or both with like the architecture fails, like the ugly architecture that some people think looks good, but like it really doesn't. It's just, but it just depends on your eye and your taste when you're looking at this building. But I will go ahead and say, since we're on this part of the footage, this area I'm calling Franklin Square with the retail that's going to be next to the area we build next. It's based off a rather new development in the old 4th Ward in Atlanta. There's like an area similar to what we built here with the retail, and it's right next to Atlanta's Beltline Urban Trail, which I started Freeford's version back in episode 17, which I kind of mentioned that like earlier. But now I'm doing the stairs for the plaza. This is probably the most heavily based off the area in Atlanta. The stairs go from the retail area, which I guess you can call it that. I mean, it's very mixed. It's very mixed. But it goes from that area across the Beltline to a plaza, and then it goes in between the building complex, which I've recreated, as you can see on the screen, and then it goes down to another street with more mixed use and apartments and all that. But for the stairs, I basically use these network stairs off the workshop. I used them last episode as well, and also like last episode, I used the concrete retaining walls for custom planters and the ploppable grass, and I used some commercial decals and prop form I found on the workshop. And another thing was the ploppable water surface I used, very interesting. And I used them with like these cool animated water jets and waterfall assets. There was actually really a lot going on, but you'll also see I clipped some office buildings, and later I actually clipped some apartment buildings. I clipped these into the procedural objects buildings, like, because obviously procedural objects buildings aren't really functional, so I clipped like random office buildings in them so they could be functional. And yeah, but you'll notice later everywhere I went with the plazas, I put like paths so like the whole plaza could be functional, and then I used these boom crowd generators off the workshop to like generate crowds of people there. And I used other paths, invisible paths, so it's really a lot. But that's everything that's going on here. I will talk to you before the ending cinematic, so enjoy the rest of the video.
That you could believe all the little lies to tell yourself it right. Never get it wrong, it's always right. Making the plate, being the plate, she is unruly. Never seen it like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in her way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me, 'cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. 'Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no.
lonesome tripping, 'cause we're spending the night. And it feels alright, but it's over now. Time keeps slipping, with your skin next to mine. In your lips I can fight, but it's over now. You brought out the best in me. We had everything we needed. You put me aside and turn out the lights for no reason. Was it a make-believe? Something you never needed. What was it all for? I don't know you anymore. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. Losing track, even God knows I'm trying. The dangerous, selfish ways to love me more these days. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. Had a vision, we held on to so tight. To me it was clear, but you lied to me. Now I keep thinking, was I wasting my time letting you into my life? You brought out the best in me. We had everything we needed. You put me aside and turn out the lights for no reason. Was it a make-believe? Something you never needed. What was it all for? I don't know you anymore. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. Losing track, even God knows I'm trying. The dangerous, selfish ways to love me more these days. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. Losing track, even God knows I'm trying. Was it all make-believe? Something you never needed. Or was it all for? I don't know yet anymore. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. Hey. Losing track, even God knows I'm trying. The dangerous, selfish ways to love me more these days. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding.
Walk, keep on walking straight, straight to the hell we made. Why always a wall, babe, when we wanna come closer? Don't tell a million lies, kill the butterflies. I just wanna make things right. Walk, keep us on the road. Try to find what we had before. Can the spark ignite or is it gone? Won't you stop? Don't you shut us down. Speak before we hit the ground. Tell me now what's on your mind. I hear voices telling me you need to let him go.
Well, hello once again. Placing all these houses like I am now, it was really so satisfying. I could honestly do it all day. But this is a mix of ranch houses by Smiley's, I hope I'm saying that right, and some of them are by King Leno off the workshop. A lot of them also already came with like detailing and trees, landscaping, and that was really nice. And another reason why it's so like nice to place down. But since we're near the end of the video, I will say I've noticed that these episodes just keep getting longer. And you know, if you've been listening to the last couple videos, I've been like joking about how I've been trying to make the videos shorter, and I'm still doing that. But it's like every time I try to make them shorter, they keep getting longer. So that's crazy. And this one's about to cross over into 30 minutes too, which we haven't done that since the Norwood episode. But regardless, we're near the ending cinematics, so I have to ask you humbly, like I do every single video, to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss anything in the future. Leave a comment if you want to. Helpful comment, question about an asset I used in the video, something you want to see in Freeford. And with that, thank you for watching. Enjoy the ending cinematics, and I'll see you all next time.
You're never all alone, yeah.
말해줘 이 머릿속 원하는지 하고 싶으면 좀 말해. I wanna know, yeah. I'm not alone, yeah. 후회되지 않게 tell me 지금 좋아하는지. I could pull up anytime 난 기다리고 있지. You remind me of a time 그때 좋았었지. 우리 연애 like a Rolex piece 여자 and I know this Fendi Prada. You know this filthy riding on this note. 지금 face 안 맡겨봐라 내 말 들어봐, yeah. 예전처럼 밤새 말도 못해 잠들어, yeah. You remember all those late nights 기억하잖아. 마지막일지도 몰라 baby it's gonna be alright. I've been going all through my phone, yeah. 문자 왔는지 알고 싶어서, yeah. You've been calling, hitting on my line, babe. 이제 들어하기 싫어져.
You always hit me on my line, baby. I was thinking about you all day lately. You got me feeling so wavy. Take a couple pulls of you daily. You're never all alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, yeah. It's a cold blue night in the winter. I'm warming next to you, let it simmer. I got it all planned like dinner. I never stand you up and waste all this liquor. You're all I want and all I need. I could be wrong, but I'm gon' risk this heartbreak. You're like a queen, I set the throne for you. And I'ma do whatever it takes. You always hit me on my line, baby. I was thinking about you all